Hey, hey, what up? We are in. We are live. We got stuff working. Let's see here if we can get this. Nope. These screens are hard to manage. All right, I got comments up on a screen here now. Ooh, come on, focus my face. See my face? There we go. Oh, and now I'm hearing my YouTube channel. Suboptimal. We got to mute that. Okay. I just got to monitor some stuff. But hey, welcome in. Welcome to Wednesday morning live session. For those of you already jumping on, thanks for being here. If you're jumping on from TikTok or wherever, let me know where you're jumping on from. That would be cool. I would appreciate that. And I will try to get to as many comments as possible here as we play around with some floor plans. So speaking of which, let's get to that. Let's switch to my main screen here. Oh, I want that background. I want this background. And I didn't even have any of this set up. Sheesh. All right. My camera still doesn't want to focus on my face, which is not optimal. All right. I'm saying optimal a lot this morning. Okay. So what do we got going on today? Everybody jumping in. Let me know where you're watching from. And I will let you know what we're doing here in a second. So we get the cameras adjusted. For those of you watching on YouTube, maybe I'll put chapters in and you can skip this part and get just straight to the designing. All right, so I have, I think I mentioned last week, I have been brainstorming about designing and building a cabin for myself and my wife. Sometime in the mid-distant future. We're talking 5 to 10 years out from now. We're going to be young empty nesters, so to speak. So our kids are going to be out of the house soon. Not soon, but within a decade. And so we're starting to explore what does buying a piece of land look like, and what does building a house for us after the kids graduate. And so I want to use these live streams to like build these plans, and if somebody wants to buy them or work with me on designing something, like, yeah, sweet, let's do it. But this is for me. Like, people ask me, what would you design? What do you like? What kind of stuff? I'm like, just watch my live streams. It's this. Just Jim asks on TikTok, what platform are you streaming on? So I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook right now. Burnham Design Co. on all those, BIRNAM. If you're asking like what software it is, I'm using Restream. So Restream kind of helps me broadcast to those channels. Okay, so I have this floor plan. I actually made this in a live stream a while back. I love this because a few things. One, I think it's going to be super efficient to build. It is a 28 by 48 box. Yeah, you see there, 24 by 48, not 28. 24 by 48 box, which is going to be super efficient structurally. We're not going to have any waste on wall sheathing, anything like that. Very simple spans, clean structure here. I'm going to do 8-foot ceilings and then floor trusses in some spaces. And then with some volume ceilings, other areas to like really get this thing in affordably. And try and build as affordably as possible. I know 8-foot ceilings aren't common anymore. But I think with the floor trusses and everything, there's going to be some offsets there, but I think we can do some cool stuff. So what I want to do is build this in 3D so that my wife can see it and visualize it a little better. And so this is something I do a lot for clients. So I'm actually going to end up building it in SketchUp. I've got the floor plan started here. And so yeah, I'm going to come in and show you how I would build a plan like this in SketchUp. What I'm gonna do is come in here. Let's see here. Save as. Let's do template SKP. And then I'm going to delete all this stuff. I'm going to get a file, an AutoCAD file that has just the floor plan on it. So that I can import it and draw the walls really easily. Let's see here. Let's take that polyline out for square footage. Insert polyline here. Nope. All right. Then we're going to import. And we will select that file. Okay. So there we go. That's our main floor plan. And now I can just put this on the walls and draw them pretty easily and then delete it later. All right, so I'm going to come in and draw an outline of the walls for this space. We got the primary bedroom up front. That'll have its own walk-in closet. Oh, you know what? This is all on its own layer, isn't it? Okay, let's move this down. Usually when I'm doing a rendering like this, I'm putting the floors themselves in their own layer so that I can come back and edit it later and hide and move groups and stuff and work on them one piece at a time. Usually just helps with my sanity and like file management stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. Now we're just drawing these outlines. Drawing that outline there, and we should have some walls. Hooray, we do. I'm just going to extrude those up 8 foot, an inch, and an eighth. And there we're going. Gross SketchUp, just use Revit. I've used Revit. I actually have some live streams with using Revit. I don't think Revit is always faster. I'll say it. I've done some professional rendering in Revit too. Working with some colleagues where they'll develop like a commercial space and then I'll do the rendering and go straight from Revit to rendering. There's just some things. Yes, Revit is faster at some things, and then there's some things that just make it really clunky, and it's very frustrating to use at times. Whereas I feel like SketchUp is typically very light and fast. I'm going to show a built-in bench here. I can do a banquette there. I like that because it's just a better use of space. You're eating up less floor area. And then we're going to do stairs up. The stairs usually take a while. Let's see here, though. We want a wall here. Let's start with that. Alex, I would agree. Sometimes Revit is too cumbersome for certain projects. Yeah, that's what I found too, where if I'm doing, the colleagues I work with that use Revit are doing bigger commercial projects. And I feel like Revit was set up as a commercial software. And they kind of backfilled it for residential because they realized there was a market there. But I've found, because of that, there's some things that get really clunky. And I talk about this a lot too, but like my style as far as drafting goes is I like to operate really simply early in a light software that doesn't have a lot of clunkiness to it. And so that usually lends itself to using SketchUp and AutoCAD because they're just a little more streamlined. All right, let's check the stairs here. Okay, this box is going to be my second floor. We'll put that on later. Almost all my work is large commercial work, such as hospitals or apartments. Yeah, if you're doing that, like Revit makes so much sense. there's just a lot more that goes into those projects. Let's see here. Let's add the garage component and front porch as part of main floor here. I chose lo-fi for the music today because it's been like torrentially downpouring outside for the last 48 hours. Maybe not 48, but you get it. A long time. And so, yeah, just kind of felt like a chill day. Matt, yo, what's up? Have you ever looked at Chief Architect? I have, and I haven't been able to pull the trigger. Chief looks really cool. I have some colleagues that use it and swear by it, swear they love it. But yeah, I haven't been able to pull the trigger on it. Just seems like at this point in my career, it's so hard. You know, like I have a family to feed, and if I don't do drawings, I don't get paid. I don't send out invoices. And yeah, that's just an excuse, right? I get it, but also it's real. And it's with that over my head, it's hard to dive into something that I know is going to be a long learning curve. And yeah, it's hard for me to justify starting something completely from scratch, completely new. Just kind of scares me, if I'm honest. I should put the chats on, just make sure I'm not missing anything on the restream side. Okay, cool. Yeah, so getting the main floor dialed in here. I'm gonna set the second floor right here. Oops, that didn't work. Leaving the great room dining area open, and then build out a loft and another bedroom upstairs. I think this thing finished out, it was well under 2,000 square feet. I don't remember exactly how many square feet it ended up being. 2-car garage. This back area, I'm thinking either bike storage or climbing wall, which would be fun for me. And then yeah, simple roofs. I showed this. Oh no, wait. Let's open back up this file. Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking structurally for the exterior. Jumping back to the Chief Architect, I don't believe you one bit, man. I got a free trial of it. Trying to find time to learn is hard. Yeah, it's super hard. Even with Revit, like I graduated high school in 2004 and I took CAD classes. That's where I learned everything to start my career. And even in those CAD classes in 2003, 2004, I was working with Revit. Our teacher got a license and threw us on some like Revit projects. And so I've been exposed to it for a long time. I've taken courses on it. And even still, it's compared to my experience with AutoCAD, it's hard to be really fast at Revit for me. I'm still definitely, just like as a software operator, I'm definitely faster at AutoCAD. All right. Oh, I got distracted by the stairs and questions, which is fine. Questions are cool. Right now I'm modeling slab on grade. I might do a basement on this. So let's change some of, if we do a basement, this would look slightly different. So this would be our top of foundation. We have another set of floor trusses here. See, those are 16s, which I guess would work, but I want to go slightly bigger than that. Yeah. Oops. I'm always hitting F1 instead of escape. So I have to take everything up 2 inches. I'm gonna do 18-inch floor truss. Okay, so then if that's my top of foundation, that no longer becomes a wall. Then we have a 1.5-inch mud sill, and then 18-inch floor truss, and then 3/4-inch subfloor. This is really sloppy. I would do a normal section has much more detail than this, but this is just to dial in the exterior and everything. So then that is sitting there, which then raises my heel heights and all that stuff. How much does that raise it? I want to show a 1 foot energy heal on these two. So I'm looking at 1 foot is there. Oh, that'll raise it quite a bit, actually. So that line, that roof, is actually going to come up here. Okay, and then 7 feet, 7 foot head height for these windows. Actually, we can go like 6'8", because those are shorter. And then we'll do 6'8" here. Okay, that's a little more dialed in now. So yeah, if we're going with the basement, it's gonna look a little bit more like that. I'll adjust the interiors some as we get to it, but the important part was the stairs. Okay, so what I was coming here for was to get my rise height. So if we're going from top of subfloor to top of subfloor, what I do is draw a line and divide that line by 16. And that should give you riser count 7 1/4. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to come in here. This is one of those things where like Revit has a stair function. And it's kind of nice. But also Revit's stairs can be super finicky. I have to imagine Chief Architect is finicky like that too. But I just don't know. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. We have a lot of space at that landing. Maybe we could do like a cool window seat or something. Cool. All right. So let's just bring that line through, and then we'll a line there and there, and extrude that across. That'll be our landing. Extrude that back. And then this will all go away. That will all go away. And then let's go. I was just very rough with that landing. I guessed at how thick it's going to be. For my purposes, it doesn't really matter. No one's building anything off of this. So I'm fine. This is one thing that helps me be fast in SketchUp is like I can go kind of quick and loose. Because I'm not using it for construction. I usually use AutoCAD for my construction stuff. Nope, that line didn't work. Landing way too big. Okay, yeah, it is pretty big. So what I was thinking here is to do a window seat and do some built-ins and bookshelves and stuff and put a window in between there. Now the landing's a little bit more normal size. Actually, we could bring that out another 6 inches. Maybe even do like side cubbies. That could be cool. That was my thought. The reason I'm not pushing those stairs back is I don't need to. And then we can have some storage under those in the basement as well. Let's see here. So then these stairs will keep coming up. Use plugins to handle stairs in SketchUp. That's interesting. I've never used plugins for modeling in SketchUp. I have some plugins, which I'll show you in a little bit, for like rendering stuff, that have like pre-rendered assets and all that. That's what Enscape. That's what I use. Okay, so those are our stairs up. I think once I set the other floor on, that'll make sense. Stairs and curtain walls are the worst in Revit. Yeah, I mean, from the residential side, I very rarely ever use a curtain wall. Although I did do a rendering for a buddy that had a curtain wall in his system, and yeah, adjusting that was super annoying. And I didn't even build it. I'm just like, the architect wanted to change. The client wanted to change the mullion pattern slightly on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, super annoying to try and figure out how that worked. Okay, let's unhide some of this, and then I'm gonna do is go in the belly of the beast. Oh, actually, no. I'll just take this, copy it upstairs. Aha, that's why I did that. Big brain, as my kids would say. Okay, and then extrude that through. All right, I got a nice gap in the floor. Sweet. Okay, and then let's just build out this floor some more. So this will be our wall. I think I'll put all the second floor walls together. So that'll be 8'1" and an 1/8 if I can type the right numbers. There we go. And then we'll draw our loft area walls and stuff. So loft, obviously I work from home. And so I would need a place to work that's a little bit out of the way. And I was like, oh, cool, I could use the loft. But what I don't want is to be able to hear the noise and vice versa from the main floor. So I had thought about, what do y'all think about leaving the loft open with like some glass or like 2x or 1x strips, or both, kind of like a mid-century modern thing, and dividing those areas walls up. Just get deleted. Those stairs, just a little bit of a gap there, yeah. That's what come out to meet the stair. Okay. Oh yeah, then they'll have the railing come up. Or open wall, I'm not really sure yet. The cool thing about SketchUp is anytime you draw a few lines and complete a face, it'll make a face for you. The annoying thing about SketchUp is anytime you draw a few lines and you make a face, it'll make a face for you. And sometimes you don't want those. Alrighty, here we go. We got our open rail, got all that jazz. How do we feel about the bench seat in the stairs? Landing still too big, or are we cool? Just Jim, I use SketchUp for CDs. Yeah, so I know a handful that do. I also know it's kind of rare. It's not nearly as common as, I think like AutoCAD and Revit dominate most of it, and then there's plenty that use Chief as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do the roof and ceiling in another group, because I'll come back in and add lighting and components and all that stuff in here. Yeah, we can go back downstairs and start working on doors and windows now that all this is kind of dialed in. I don't love how this bathroom ended up. I don't know that I have any great ideas to fix it. I think the vanity here is nice, it's fine. And the tub works. One thing that really dictated this was the toilet going here, because I want to put a window here on that elevation. Like I feel like that's kind of important here. I'm going to do vertical wood wrapping that corner just on the corner, and then do horizontal lap siding everywhere else. And so I needed this space to throw a window in. Like normally, if I were doing this plan, I'd probably turn that tub, you know, I don't know. I thought about making this a private bath too, which would work out better. Um, that'd work out a lot better. They make that a private closet. The only issue with that then is if you have people, that could be a walk-in. If you have people up here, I love board games too. I don't know if you know that about me or not, but there needs to be a space where, whether this is board games or podcasting, like put my desk here, shoot, and then have some shelves for board games and stuff. So if people are up here playing a board game, I don't know if I want to make them go through this bathroom to use the restroom or have to go downstairs to this powder. I guess it's fine because it does work out a lot better if we do that. Let's see here. Let's do a 48-inch vanity. Sorry, switching around between CAD and SketchUp. It's my process. This is what I do a lot. This is how I think through it. Working on a YouTube video that I'm going to be posting soon on how to design a floor plan. And the crux of it really is you have to think about everything all at once, all the time. And it seems daunting, but it's actually not crazy. And if you train yourself to do it consistently, you'll get pretty dialed at it pretty quickly. That's a 42-inch vanity. Then we get a full walk-in closet there. It's your tub wall. I mean, I guess the bathroom doesn't get any bigger, that's for sure. But you get a walk-in closet now. It's probably better. Oh, you know what? I could move that there. It's fine. Let's see. Let's line this up. Make sure those windows work. Those windows ended up. Oh yeah, that still works. Love trim right up against that corner. Okay. Don't hate it. I'm going to go with it. Unless you guys hate it and want to talk me out of it really quickly in the chat. Sean, do you have a window at the landing? Yeah, I'm going to do a window at the landing. I think a window centered here with then built-in cubbies for books and stuff on either side and a bench there in the middle. Nice deep bench so you can actually sit on it, throw your legs up. That would be fun. In small plans like this, if I feel like I need to carve out as much little area like that as possible. I think you can't really waste any corner when you're talking below 2,000 square feet, no corner left behind, I would think. Sorry, that was a very bad joke. But hey, I'm a dad. I'm allowed to do dad jokes. All right, that's a wall of our bathroom. That floor plan layer is a little confusing, but I think you got it. You're smart people. And that'll be our walk-in closet. Then we'll just run this wall through for the entry to our bedroom. So yeah, like in this case, I realized Revit would be faster for this, what I'm doing right now, right here. But yeah, like I said, over time, I've just found it's not all that. So it's okay. Got the second floor kind of blocked out. Maybe have more room for both bath and laundry. Yeah, I could make that laundry a little bigger. How big is this walk-in now? It's 4.8.5. Yeah, I don't really want to go smaller with that. The laundry, well, not big. It's 7.1 by 5.7. So yeah, that's room there. If it's my house, I'm probably showing this as stackable and doing a little storage on one end, or do some built-ins on this end and the appliances there. Okay, let's go back to the main floor. Let's get that out of there. Let's go back to the main floor and do some doors and stuff. So I have it's just like door layer had for forever. that I like to show and just grab it and throw into my projects. 'Cause it makes it nice and fast and easy when you're doing stuff like this. Oh, that's an 8-foot door. I don't want that one. Gone. Probably not going to do grids in the windows, but they're all showing grids right now, so we'll adjust that. I want 6-8 doors, midpoint component. Where are you? There we go. And then I'm going to come through. Oh, because these walls are 8 inches, I got to make these doors thicker. It's going to be annoying. That's another thing where Revit would be faster. Delete that. Oh, I see what it's on the wrong layer. Actually, I think I want the door. And I forgot I grouped these things. Oh, the hinges are on the wrong side of that door too. Okay. Got a front door there. Bingo bango, we're off. SketchUp is so fun. Okay, we need a couple smaller doors for closets and closed doors. There'll be a closet right up front here. The key to SketchUp is just making sure everything is snapped to the layer you want to be on. Sorry, the axis you want to be on. So those red, blue, and green axes. That would be a smaller door. There's going to be a mechanical chase here. But I think for these purposes, it's all going to be hidden. And no one will ever know but you all. So don't tell anybody. All right. Door for the primary suite. There we go. Oh, lost in the house. Do that a lot in SketchUp. Okay. I'm going to leave that line there because there's probably going to be a flooring transition between those. Coffee break. I'm going to switch up the music. Only so on this. There is a channel called Chill. Here, if it's any good. Or if it's too chill. Not sure what's going on right now, but all right, vanity. Okay, vanities are something that is annoying in both SketchUp and Revit. Because neither really wants to work. Let's get the cabinets. I'm gonna change all these cabinet faces. Should have made those components instead of groups. Oops. Won't take too long though. Although one issue we have is just a lot bigger vanity showing there. Let's reset that color. I think that's a little better. Okay, let's copy this too. Take some of these drawers out. Make this slightly smaller. Well, that's going to be against the wall. It doesn't matter. If this were like a rendering a client would pay me for, I'd probably take a little more time in that vanity to make sure it's dialed. But since this is just, for my personal use, oh wait, add that to this layer too, though. For my personal use, I'm fine with it being like that. Did I have a toilet I dragged over? I didn't, did I? All right, to the warehouse. While we coffee break. SketchUp warehouse is so hit or miss. Sometimes there's like awesome, like just perfect stuff in there. And sometimes what you drag and drop is infinity size is too big or has like a million weird layers and groups and stuff like that. I have a lot more room for vanity there than I thought. What was I thinking? Maybe I should bring this one in. That might not be exactly to code when it all finishes out. Let's delete that one. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Delete that one. Excuse me. Because I might need it later. Okay, now we're going to put that toilet in. Then do a shower at the end. I'll just show like a, oh, that's too big. I'll just show a 30-inch shower for now. I think that vanity's probably bigger than it needs to be. But that's the rough idea. Then tile these walls. Let's see here. I can start to get some materials in here. This is Enscape material library. It's really good. I actually really like this. I wish they had a ton more in here, but what you do get is it's pretty decent selections and decent options. It's a fun one for the shower. Probably use subway top for the backsplash. It's not perfect. If somebody wants a specific tile, you're kind of out of luck. And there are libraries and stuff you can pull from to do those sorts of things, but those are hit or miss too, and that actually causes a ton more work, I think, to try and figure out exactly a material that renders good. Where I feel like I can really trust the SketchUp library. The Enscape material library. Most everything I see in there is actually pretty well dialed in. Before we get too distracted with that stuff, though, let's do some windows. Let's save some windows from a past project. I'm probably going to do casement just for the style here. Let's copy these over. Windows are a thing. This is true in both SketchUp and Revit. A lot of manufacturers will make models of their windows for you. They all suck because they're over detailed. They're crazy detailed. I like to make my own windows. I should have had these grids on a layer. This is me being lazy and not saving that. But with less detail in here, you can operate a lot faster with your model. And when it gets down to it, nobody really cares if the jam is perfect and the channels and everything in the window are all there. It just doesn't matter. They're not looking at renderings at that level of detail. I mean, there's probably somebody out there that needs it, but I've never been asked to render to that detail. 3x4 for that window. Let's also change the color of that. I want these windows to be black. I usually show like a charcoal just so I can see the line work. And it kind of appears as black. Where was that? center line was 910 off that outside wall. Okay. Yeah, 9 foot 10. Drop it. Make sure you're on the blue axis, 16 inches. And I think this is probably 2 by 4, 3 by 4. Yeah, that's 4. That's 2. Yeah, just drag it aside. See, when you work with simpler windows, you can do stuff like that super fast. You don't have to worry about it. You're gonna do a little rectangle there, extrude it in, boom, we've got our windows in the room. We're gonna copy that over. Do a 2 by 3 now. So I'm gonna write, these are components, so I need to make this unique or it'll change all 3 of them. Then I'm gonna drag that in 12. Move that up 12. Boom, got our other window. And then for the exterior here, the cladding, I'll have that trim piece running floor to ceiling. I usually won't model like the thickness of a wall, like the sheathing versus the siding versus all that. I usually just roll with it. Alrighty here. Miss any comments? I think we're squared away. Sweet. All right. Windows. Kitchen sink is going to go here, so I'll put a big triple there, maybe. Another small one in this bath above the toilet. I'm going to do 2 double doors on the back there. Do I have a slider somewhere? Right now I'm thinking of a project where I have a slider. Okay. Let's see if I do 16. Oh, that does go into the counter. Maybe let's make this unique again. I'll do 6 inches. And in 6 inches. Also, I guess these don't need to be 16 down. Could do 4, yeah. Center line is there. Let's copy a couple over. So that's a triple 30 now. Still a good size window. And I think very conventional from a sizing standpoint. So it'll be easy to see. Or easy to, yeah, to order. Sorry, brain fart. Let's just show, for time's sake, I'm just going to show a 6 foot by 6'8" double set of doors, double windows. That's my patio doors. Okay, so that's 4, so I need 2'8", so about 32 inches. Let's go midpoint of that component. Shove those all the way down to the floor. Then over 6. Copy that. Copy that. Move it 12. I like doing 2 patio doors there. Because patio doors are usually pretty cheap. I had a 6 foot patio door. Even in a higher line, like that's probably the most affordable thing they make, you know. I would probably repeat this one here. be another cool area for built-ins, because your table's not going to span that whole width. So maybe the outer 30. I'll have a little built-in or something there. Another area for books or clutter, I guess. I love built-ins, but I don't know, myself included, I'm probably the chief culprit. But like, if there's a flat surface anywhere in our home, we will set crap on it. And so, yeah, it's no bueno at times. All right, I'm gonna actually, let's unhide all. Let's throw on rendering software here. Actually, see what this looks like. Let me pull that up. Probably only going to be on for an hour today, so if y'all are, if you have any last minute questions or anything, hit me up in the chats. All right, we got it up over here. Mouse. There we go. Okay. There's all of our random assets. So a little bit hard to visualize with everything just being white, but I think we can start to get a framework for it. Door will go over here. So window to the front yard, another door here, the closet window, another window to the front yard. This will go to the front porch, entry closet, powder room will be here. Then let me get you a better view. Pantry will be here. Kitchen, we'll do a big wall of uppers there. This is the loft area above that we'll figure out some framework for. And then, yeah, throw a table or something in there for the dining area. I think I might stop here. Just work on this more next week. Yeah, what do y'all think? Any comments on the plan? Any last minute thoughts before I shut her down? Oh, that overlook would be cool. Actually, let me finish those walls, because why not? Right. Oops, wrong line. Don't need that line either. Don't need that line. Don't need that line. Don't need that line. Don't need that line. Don't need those lines. Don't need that line. Cool beans. And then for the roof system, I do this in another group, but I would come up 12 for my energy heal. Over 24, down 8. Oh, no, wait. Go over 24, down 4. No, lower slung roof. I've heard, though, it's really hard to do those low slung roofs like that. So I might need to pivot and actually get to drawings. All right, let's make that into a group. Start to build this. I'm going to go out 24. Snap a vertical line there. Delete that. Delete that. And then I'm just going to snap these parallel. Hopefully it'll work. Sometimes with low slope lines, it doesn't work. It's so close to the regular axis. What I've noticed, a little SketchUp trick is if you draw the face, sometimes snapping works a little better. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just need to do the math. Dang it. You're making me do math. Was it 24 wide? So then 28. 2 times 28 is 56, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That goes 56 up. Oh, sweet. I think that worked. And let's delete all our extra lines. Okay. This will be wall. I like that that's a very, very simple truss. Extremely easy to order. I was talking with a client last night about overhangs. And I love having nice big overhangs on my house now. We don't get much water to hit our siding at all. Yeah, then let's do the same thing for this garage face. Oh wait, up 12 first. 12, 24, down 4 for 212 pitch. Down 8. And how wide is this? 29. So 29 times 2 is 58, right? I hope. I like showing 8-inch fascia too. Just feels a little bit more elegant, I think, than a 6-inch. Although I do plenty with 6-inch too. Right, I need to make this all a group, don't I? There we go. Now we're rolling. Coming out here. Right, let's do this first. Just extruding that roof back, keeping it clean and simple. Easy peasy. Let's get rid of our floating floor plan so you can see that. Yeah, I think we can start to visualize it now. When I render it, none of this line work renders, so it's a little easier to conceptualize. Maybe you can turn edges off, actually. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, simple box, rock and roll. Any of you got last minute questions, type them in the chats. I think I'm gonna call it a day probably here. So thank you those of you that are watching and did watch and did comment. Awesome. Yeah, and I'll be back next week with some more fun. I'll probably continue in SketchUp, finish building out this model. Coffee time. Oh yeah, we're under an hour here. Sweet. Sorry, just checking some of the YouTube stuff. All right, gang. I'm not seeing any questions come up, so thank you for watching. I'll be back next week. Peace out. If I can find the end stream button.